This week on Live Action News Now.
Where are these abortions being carried out up until the moment of birth? I mean, that's infanticide. I don't know where this is going on.
Is the media playing coy on late-term abortion and infanticide? Plus,
and we shout, let the baby live. Let the baby live.
Black faith leaders expose the abortion industry's racist roots. Then finally, watch what happens when this man sees what an abortion procedure is like.
It's like killing a person.
The final stance is that you'd support it up till week 4. Would you consider it a total ban?
Total ban.
Live Action Nation, let's go. Hello and welcome to Live Action News Now. I'm your host, Juan Garcia. And if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any updates.
CNN reported on a Journal of the American Medical Association pediatric study that found between 2021 and 2022, infant deaths in Texas surged 12.9% compared with a much smaller increase in the rest of the United States of 1.8%. And in that same time period, infant mortality rates rose 8.3% in Texas compared with an increase of 2.2% in the rest of the nation. Are you concerned at all about a possible link between your state's abortion ban and these disastrous increases?
We have a record number of babies who are born now who did not lose their life to abortion. Kamala Harris supports abortion to the very last second before a fully developed child in the mother's womb is born. That's late-term abortion. The baby can definitely feel the pain. The baby who, if it survives one more minute,
are there abortions
will be born,
being
but
carried
instead
out?
will lose its life.
Where are these abortions being carried out up until the moment of birth? I mean, that's infanticide. I don't know where this is going on.
Okay, let me take the lead on this one. Alaska, Vermont, Oregon, New Mexico, Colorado, Minnesota, Michigan, Maryland, and New Jersey. 9 states and DC have no gestational limits on abortion. It's sad, but unfortunately 28 abortions at or after 21 weeks occur every day in our country. That's about 10,000 every year, which, by the way, suggesting that the number of preborn babies killed at or after 21 weeks of pregnancy every year is a small number or non-existent would be like downplaying the 10,000 Americans who died in drunk driving car crashes in 2019, thus dismissing the deluge of public messages about the dangers of drinking and driving. But Mr. Tapper and the media would never do that, right? And if I remember correctly, didn't Land already take down that bogus JAMA study a few weeks back? I got a question for you. Can the inability to kill children in the womb really be responsible for an increase in infant deaths outside the womb? How does this even make sense? According to the study, there were 255 more infant deaths in Texas in 2022. However, the study fails to note that this number is dwarfed by the state's increase in births during the same period. Overall, the mortality rate, given all these additional births, did not change from the prior years. This is an extremely misleading study. Now, I love my boy Jake, but the main mistake Mr. Tapper made here is obvious. He's not subscribing to our channels. Otherwise, he would have known about the 9 states plus DC allowing abortions up until birth. He would have known about the 28 babies murdered in America every day after 21 weeks. Those babies have beating hearts, they feel pain, and just about to hear their mother's voice. And Jake could have warned his entire network about that flawed study simply meant to misinform. Jake, subscribe now.
Father walks up to me wearing a BLM shirt and he says to me, "Why are you out here fighting a white man's issue?" But he was a walking poster child for all things CRT, because in critical race theory, you see racism in all things and at all times. Even when a 6'4", 260-pound black man is trying to save a baby.
Pastor John Amanchukwu and Bishop Patrick L. Wooden Sr. both spoke in the documentary The 1916 Project, which explores Margaret Sanger's role in creating the culture of death that encompasses the world today. Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, advocated for controlling certain population. Although Planned Parenthood no longer uses certain language and has tried to distance itself from Sanger, abortion continues to disproportionately impact Black communities. I had my bestie, you already know researcher Carol, run the numbers, and in 2021, Black Americans made up 11.6% of people living in the United States, yet they accounted for 41.5% of abortions, the highest percentage of all abortions by race and ethnicity. Now this, 3 pro-life activists were recently sentenced for violation of freedom of access to clinic entrances or FACE Act due to their role in a blockade of a Tennessee abortion business in 2021. James Astro, Eva Zastro, and Paul Place were all sentenced to 90 days home detention followed by 3 years of probation. The trio were involved in an incident in which they peacefully protested by sitting in front of the main floor of an abortion facility in Mount Juliet, Tennessee in 2021. According to an April Department of Justice release, none of these charged during the incident behaved aggressively, meaning they didn't light a health facility on fire, vandalize property, or assault anyone. You know, the kind of activity that FBI Director Chris Wray says he is spending more time investigating, but not really. You can check out that article right here, because the Bureau loves to pick on these peaceful types, like my girl PH75. That's Paulette Harlow for all you young bloods. She's facing hard time in a slammer for taking part in an old-fashioned sit-in protest. Hit that bell icon, Chris, I'm still waiting. Anywho, as mentioned on our program before, since the Dobbs decision was leaked in May of 2022, at least 90 violent attacks have reportedly been carried out against pro-life organizations and churches. But it's pro-lifers who continue to face prison time for peaceful protests at or inside abortion facilities. Okay, one thing we do here at Live Action is change hearts and minds on abortion. Watch this.
What you watched was an abortion procedure within the first 3 months of pregnancy. Would you still support abortions being available at that time?
That was the first 3 months. Well, you know, I kind of want to take that back. It's like killing a person. That's
The final stance is that you'd support it up till week 4. Would you consider it a total ban?
total ban.
Abortion is murder. It always ends the life of a beautiful and unique human being. The videos he watched are on our website, liveactionnews.org. You too can share them with people and start changing hearts and minds today. And finally, straight up from the Don't Tell Me Women Need Abortion to Be Successful file, one last story from the Paris Olympics. An archer from Azerbaijan was visibly pregnant as she competed in her sport. She was 6.5 months pregnant and she even felt her baby kick before taking a shot. That's dope. So hypothetically, has she won the gold? Does she get 2 medals? Let me know what you think in the comments below. For the latest in pro-life news, visit our website at liveactionnews.org and follow us at Live Action News on social media. That does it for today's show. I'm Juan Garcia. Thanks for watching Live Action News Now. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification button so you don't miss any updates. I'm talking to you, Jake Tapper. See you next time.